Welcome everyone to Greenworld Group's YouTube channel. So today I will be sharing 10 key strategies to help you excel in your NEBOSH International as well as National General Certificate Open Book Exam. So we all know that NEBOSH exam is challenging, but with proper planning and preparation and as well as smart strategies, you can maximize your chances of success. So don't forget to subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon to receive notifications about our new videos which we upload every week. So let's get started. Strategy number 1. One of the best ways to prepare is to submit a mock exam for tutor grading. Mock exams actually helps you to experience real exam conditions and identify areas where your technique needs improvement. So you have to understand that NEBOSH marking is unique, and without practicing the proper answer structure, you might fail even with the right knowledge and experience. So by receiving feedback from a tutor who understands the NEBOSH marking criteria, you will learn to structure your answer to maximize the marks. So for those engaged in face-to-face or virtual learning, you can actually submit your mock exam papers to your tutor for evaluation. Now, if you are enrolled in our e-learning program, simply upload your paper to our LMS and one of our tutors will review it and provide feedback. Additionally, you can also use the book an appointment feature in our LMS to schedule a session with a tutor if you have any doubts or require further clarification. So that's it. So once again, the strategy number 1 or tip number 1 is to do a mock exam and get it graded by your tutor. So now let's move on to strategy number 2. So what's strategy number 2? It's simple. There are no shortcuts. You have to always remember that there are no shortcuts. NEBOSH IGC is any exam where you can pass by cramming the night before or relying on any kind of cheat sheets. NEBOSH recommends 112 notional learning hours. That's over 100 hours of study time. So you really need to engage with the course content, understand the concepts, then practice scenario-based questions and reflect on real-time workplace examples. So put in the work and the results will follow. This is a professional qualification, so treat it with respect it deserves. That's the strategy number 2, that there are no shortcuts. So let's move on to strategy number 3. Strategy number 3 is all about avoiding last-minute technical problems. So before exam day, check that your NEBOSH login credentials are working properly or not. Now we get sometimes calls from certain learners on the day of exam that I didn't get my username and password, or I'm not able to log in onto my NEBOSH portal or exam portal. That's absolutely bad. So make sure that you have to check well before about your NEBOSH login credentials. Imagine spending weeks preparing only to discover on the morning of the exam that you can't log in. So that could mean losing time, missing the exam window, or even wasting the entire attempt. That means you will lose your money. If you can't attend, that's it. There is no refund. It's not possible. You are going to lose your money. So do a quick test a few days in advance. Log in, check your access and make sure everything is working fine. Remember, for first-time NEBOSH OBE candidates, login credentials are typically sent via email at least 10 UK working days before the exam date. It would be sent to your registered email ID. Now for resit candidates, they must use their existing login details from their previous attempt. So please ensure you check your spam or junk folder, as the email with your login credentials may sometimes be filtered there. So you have to regularly check your spam, junk as well as your primary email folder. Now let's move on to strategy number 4. So what's the strategy number 4? Strategy 4 is a practical but often overlooked tip. Book the whole day off for the exam. That means you have to be free for the whole day. The exam opens at 11 a.m. UK time and remains available for 24 hours. While NEBOSH says it should take approximately about 4 to 5 hours, most of the students report spending 6 to 8 hours on it, especially if you want to do a thorough job. Don't try to squeeze it in between the work or family duties. Set the entire day aside so you can focus, pace yourself, and even return the next morning to polish your submission. That's a strategy number 4, and let's now move on to strategy number 5. Strategy number 5. This is all about smart and efficient referencing. Use your course guide in PDF format. Why do I need a PDF format? Because it will allow you to use Ctrl+F for a quick search function that will help you to find specific topics, terms, or keywords in seconds. So this can actually save you valuable time when you are trying to locate relevant content during the exam. So referencing from the guide is not only useful but expected. Your answers should be supported by correct technical knowledge. However, here is a very important reminder. Do not copy paste exact sentences from the course materials. Even though it's an open book exam, NEBOSH considers direct copying as plagiarism and a form of malpractice. So you must read, understand, and rephrase the content in your own words, and this shows that you truly understand the subject and helps maintain the integrity of your submission. So yes, use your course guide for support, but always explain things in a way that reflects your own understanding. Next strategy is number 6. Strategy number 6, which is print off the exam paper. This may seem a bit old-fashioned, but it's surprisingly effective, which is print off the exam paper. So having a physical copy in front of you always allow you to highlight important parts of each question, jot down quick notes, and visually break down the scenario into manageable parts. So this approach supports a better planning and helps you to structure your answers more effectively. It also allows you to clearly identify which pieces of information from the scenario are more relevant to the question. So being able to see the entire paper laid out in front of you helps you stay organized and ensure you don't accidentally overlook key details that could strengthen your response. Now let's move to strategy number 7. So what's the strategy number 7? This is a very critical point. Save your work often. Now again, we have received complaints from students or issues from students that I lost my work while I was working. Now I have to type it again. I'm facing trouble on it. That's something serious. So save your work often. Don't rely entirely on autosave features. They are not always reliable. So make it a habit to manually save your answer sheet every 10 to 15 minutes, especially after completing a session. Imagine writing for hours and losing everything to a computer crash or accidental shutdown. That's something very bad. So regularly saving is a simple step that can prevent a major disaster. Now let's go to strategy number 8. Don't delete anything. So examiners are actually trained to assess only what is visible in your final submission. So if you delete a section, they can't mark it, even if it had valuable content. Instead of deleting, focus on how you can refine those paragraphs or refine those answers. So clarify your points, improve your examples, or restructure the sentence for a better flow. Also keep in mind that NEBOSH word limit for the IGC as well as the NGC exam is 3000 words plus a 10% buffer. That gives you some flexibility but still requires discipline. That's strategy number 8, which is don't delete anything. Let's move on to strategy number 9. Take breaks. This is all about protecting your mental sharpness. Take regular breaks during the exam. It's sometimes tempting to sit for hours without moving, but this leads to burnout and mental fatigue. So step away from the screen every hour or so. Stretch, take a walk, hydrate. Coming back refreshed will improve your focus and help you catch mistakes you might otherwise miss it. So next strategy is number 10. So strategy number 10 is all about giving yourself a final edge. Sleep on it before submitting. Don't hit the submit button the same day unless absolutely necessary. Use the time wisely and revisit your answers the next morning with a clear mind. Now why? The reason is often you will find small improvements to make or remember points that you forgot to include earlier. So this final review can make a big difference in your final score. So that's all about 1 to 10, the different strategies which can actually help you to pass this exam. Now there is one more surprise step, which is, I would say, strategy number 11. So finally, a very important reminder. So let's call it, as I said earlier, strategy number 11, and I would call the mother of all strategies. Maintain professional integrity. Even though this is an open book exam, NEBOSH has strict rules against plagiarism and misconduct. Do not copy from others, use third-party writers, or submit work that isn't your own. Doing so will risk your entire career itself by disqualification and permanent damage to your professional reputation. So instead, focus on your hard work and honest effort. So trust in your preparation and use your own words to explain your understanding. Integrity is just as important as knowledge. And do not post, do not believe any WhatsApp groups, any Facebook chats, Telegram chats, Instagram chats, particularly on the exam day. If you accidentally go and ask some help on it, you have to understand that there are people who are carefully watching your activities. You may land in trouble. So absolutely no malpractice. If you go do it, you can finish up your health and safety career. That's it. So there you have it, 10 core strategies plus one main strategy of no malpractice, which will help you to succeed in your NEBOSH Open Book Exam. So all the best, and stay focused, stay honest, and remember, preparation beats panic every time. So best of luck, and that's it. Signing off. We'll catch you on the next video. Take care.